What's going on YouTube? Jeans here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are showcasing one of the dopest Paradox Pokemon of all time. We are rocking out with Moon in Ranked Regulation G. Now, when it comes to Moon, this Pokemon is a great physical attacker and very fast on the speed side. Moon has Photosynthesis as its ability, holding the booster energy in today's video, and having a great moveset of Protect, Knock Off, Acrobatics, and Tailwind with the Flying Terror type. So once booster energy goes, Acrobatics will then do double damage, and then we can obviously boost it even more with that Flying Terror type. Like I said, Moon, really strong Pokemon. Pairing it up with a meta squad today, as you guys can see, we got Incineroar, Rillaboom, Urshifu, Kyogre, and Amoonguss. Incineroar and Rillaboom doing Incineroar and Rillaboom things. I don't really have to speak upon these Pokemon anymore, unless we're rocking some like weird off-meta kind of moveset, but these are standard builds right here. Urshifu, Kyogre are going to be able to pair up next to each other. Urshifu obviously so dominant in the rain with the Choice Scarf, and then Kyogre doing Kyogre things. I mean, just dropping Origin Pulses. This one doesn't have Water Spout, which is kind of different, right? It's got Calm Mind instead of Water Spout, so I do like this. I definitely do like this. Something a bit different on the Kyogre side. And then our final Pokemon today is going to be Amoonguss, which is pretty dope considering it has Sludge Bomb, so it's here for a little bit of attacking at least, with Spore, Rage Powder, and Protect as the other three moves. Should be a fun one. Should be able to rock out with today's video and hopefully grab ourselves a winning record. If you guys want to run the team for yourself, run the code is at the top right hand corner, and if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's hop into match number 1, showcasing Moon in the return to Regulation G. First match coming at you guys, going up against a Koraidon squad. Now, Koraidon gonna be a little bit troublesome for us in our Kyogre squad, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna try to win the weather war here in our first match. They also got Fluttermane. They're rocking out with Shenpao. They got Incineroar, Sandy Shocks, dope little Pokemon right there. And last but not least, they got Bronzong, which we probably won't see. Bronzong's kind of just there to pop Trick Room or even counter Trick Room, so I don't know if we're gonna be seeing that Pokemon. But obviously, I want to bring in my Kyogre. I kind of want to bring in my Tailwind Moon, especially with booster energy. Could be really, really good. So I'm going to end up leading that. I am scared of Incineroar. Incineroar could be a slight problem for us, but I do like this lead, however. We're going to do that. We're going to go Incineroar of our own, and then we're going to go Kyogre, and last but not least, Urshifu or Rillaboom. Probably Urshifu, because if I'm winning this weather war, this could be really good for us. I would want Urshifu, so that's going to be the squad right here. But honestly, I was thinking while I was loading up into match number 1, and to be honest, instead of going back to Regulation G like we are here, we should have went back to Regulation G but banned a few Pokemon. Like Incineroar shouldn't be allowed, Rillaboom shouldn't be allowed, a few different Pokemon. Like if you ban like a good like 15 Pokemon, then the meta just changes so much. Like you ban the top 15 Pokemon outside of restricted Pokemon, like Incineroar, Rillaboom, top 10 to 15, the meta's going to change so much, and I honestly thought it would have been a really fun format like that. But now you're just bringing it back to normal. We're just seeing the same old stuff. But Incineroar comes out here, he's going to intimidate us. I could fake out, I could set up Tailwind, I could go for Parting Shot if I want to. Sandy Shock's obviously a little scary. I could see him faking me out. So I'm just going to end up protecting here, and if I can get off a Parting Shot, I would love to, so I'm going to do that. So I protect the Moon. We'll try to get off Tailwind next turn. And he's going to go for Fake Out into the Incineroar slot, which kind of hurts. Hopefully you are attacking my Moon. And he doubled down into the Incineroar slot, which really hurts. That's a big-time turn for them. That's a big-time turn for them. So he ends up doing that. From here, I am just going to pop a Tailwind. I think I might just hard swap into... Good hard swap into Urshifu here, which I am going to do. I'm going to hard swap straight into Urshifu. We'll swap the Incineroar. We'll see what they want to do. They could be going for like a Parting Shot here, which I wouldn't mind too much, but Tailwind's going to fly, and we're going to get this Speed Control out and about. So they honestly made a great read first turn. They're going to start slowing me down. E-Web's going to do damage here, man. It's going to do some damage, which I do not like. Speed's going to drop. Should still be chilling, and he's going to go for a Parting Shot into this Moon slot. So he Parting Shot's out. If he goes into Koraidon, we are just going to swap it to Kyogre, but I highly doubt he goes into Koraidon. Highly doubt that. And from here, he's going to go into probably his other Pokemon besides Koraidon. Oh no, you do go into Koraidon. So I could just swap it to Weather. I could just start putting punches on. And I think it's going to be my play. Just try to take out the Sandy Shocks right here. Gotta be my play, right? Choice Scarf. Get my speed back. Get my attack stat back. I'm going right into Kyogre. So I'll go into Kyogre here. And I will just drop a nice little Surge Strikes. And I'm going to look to just get rid of the Sandy Shocks. Because obviously Urshifu is going to be fast on the field. We not only have Tailwind out, but he's also is Choice Scarp. Even though he is -1 on speed, speed should not be a factor here. So I'm going to swap it to the Kyogre. Beautiful little play for us. We get that rain cooking. And Photosynthesis is gone onto both Pokemon. He's just going to withdraw, so that was just a force play with what's it called? With Koraidon. So he forces that out. It's fine by me. I'm able to drop a nice little Surging Strikes here. So I'm going to get rid of you all day. He's just going to go back to Koraidon. It would have been nice to honestly take out the Incineroar. But dude be like that. I could stay on the field and honestly just attack with Koraidon. Or not Koraidon, with Kyogre if I want to. So I'm kind of leaning towards. He's obviously just going to fake out the Urshifu, right? Thinking I'm going to swap Kyogre. So I could just stay on the field and pop an Ice Beam if I want to. Instead of hard swapping into Incineroar. I think that might be my play. Just use these Tailwind turns to our advantage. They're definitely going back into Koraidon, like no doubt in my mind. It's all about Weather War here, but they're playing really good. Especially that first turn. That first turn really put them in position to kind of get in a good spot. But now comes back to Koraidon. I think I'm just going to stay in here with Kyogre. I'm not going to force a swap in or swap out. I really do believe I should just rip an Ice Beam into the slot. I think that's my play. So I'm going to do that, and I could Terra Ghost, to be honest, and I am going to Terra Ghost. And see how much damage Surging Strikes can do, even in the sunlight. I'm going to force my Terra. I'm going to force it. I'm forcing it. Let's do it. A little bit of Ghost Terra action. I'm forcing it. I'm kind of curious to see how much damage this Surging Strikes can do. I'm really curious to see. I know it's in the sunlight. I know it's in the sunlight, but Stab's super effective. Come on now. It's going to be half damage, but it's also like double damage. It should do decent damage, about half. But he ends up just withdrawing. Like, we're staying on the field here. We're staying on the field. We are attacking. They're going to throw out their final Pokemon, and it's going to be Shenpao, so we're going to be able to get rid of Focus Sash, which is actually pretty good for us. And he thought we were swapping, which we're not. Which we are not. Now, I'm curious to see if he does go for Fake Out into the Urshifu slot at this point. So good calls on our end just to kind of stay in here and kind of put up a fight. A Calm Mind would have been a great play for us. But now I could just go into Incineroar next turn, which wouldn't be bad for us. There's the Fake Out. Great. That's a huge turn for us. This was a huge bounce back turn for us. Surge Strike's going to launch in the sun. Still do, like I said, decent damage. It's not bad damage. It's not bad damage at all. Are you buried? You are not buried, which is great news. That's beautiful damage. That is beautiful damage. That is beautiful damage. Ice Beam's going to launch. We're going to get rid of Focus Sash on the Shenpao, which is really good for us. And I might just end up hard swapping my Shenpao at this point. Or not Shenpao. My Urshifu. But you could be going for Sucker Punch. You could definitely be going for Sucker Punch. I think I just Origin Pulse, launch that, and then, yeah. Origin Pulse, swap you out, go into the Incineroar using our Intimidate on 2 physical attackers. I like this. I like this. That was a huge turn for us. That was a bounce back turn for us. We're in their head now. They didn't think that we want to sit in the sun here. They thought we were going to swap the Kyogre. Nope. We're just going to stay here and attack. The Clear Amulet's actually on the Shenpao, which is kind of funny. It's actually on the Shenpao, which is kind of funny. So now they go back into Koraidon. They keep their Incineroar. They go for a Sucker Punch into the Kyogre slot, which is okay. Origin Pulse is now going to launch to mediocre damage. And from here, we're going to get a little bit of leftover. So I could just protect here. They still have Terra themselves, right? You guys still have Terra. I could see a Ghost Shenpao popping out here. Most likely to play. I think I just protect my Kyogre. Get a little bit of HP back. And if I can get off of Will-O-Wisp, that'd be huge. Because 1, we would dodge Sucker Punch. And 2, I think Shenpao is going into maybe a Ghost Terror type here. So I'm just going to try to pull off a burn onto this Koraidon. And then be able to get out my Tailwind Setter in this sunlight. So instead of just protecting Shenpao, this could be a really good turn. Especially if Koraidon's going after Kyogre. Wow, this is such a good first match. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. So there's that. Dragon Claw is going to launch the Kyogre. Please, Incineroar, land this burn. Land it. Land the burn. Let's go. Monster turn. monster turn. Big time burn popping out there. We got a little bit of leftovers HP. I could maybe hard swap my Kyogre at this point. But realistically, into who? I really don't want to sacrifice anybody, so I think just staying on the field, maybe just attacking the Shen Pal. What does more damage? Probably Ice Beam. I know Ice Beam's not. It'll be super effective in this slot. We're gonna send it into this slot. So I'll do that, and if I can, I'd love to just chip up some damage into this slot. There goes an Icicle Crash. He's going to land into my Kyogre. Not very effective moves. We soak rather well. Dragon Claw is going to launch here and take out my Incineroar. No big deal. We are launching an Ice Beam into Koraidon. So I do have my Choice Scarf Pokemon ready to roll. Ice Beam launching. Doing great damage into that slot. And from here, Sunlight. Does Sunlight fade? Or does it stay on the field for a little longer? It's cutting it closer. We know they still have Incineroar. So I'm just going to go into Roaring Moon here. Just because I get that boost of energy and I could pop a Tailwind. Honestly, we outspeed right now. I might as well just attack. With him and look to just get rid of this Shen Pal slot. We could be going for Sucker Punch. I'm just going to protect, get back a little bit of HP. And since I have Photosynthesis popped, it should be in the speed, right? Yeah, we're definitely outspeeding this Pokemon. I'm just going to go for Acrobatics, and I'm just going to look to take out Shen Pal, because Sucker Punch is kind of posing a threat, especially onto my Urshifu. So if I could just get rid of that, we should be fine here. So he withdraws, he is going to get that attack drop. No big deal, nothing crazy. As long as I take out the Shen Pal, like I said. If I get rid of the Shen Pal, we should be thriving out here. We got to burn onto that, we got to burn onto the Koraidon. And more importantly, all their Pokemon are pretty low HP. So there's that. Acrobatics does launch. It does pick up the KO. That should put us in a winning position. But oh my lord, we played this one really, really well. A bit too well, to be honest with you guys. A bit too well. Now we're sitting here. Sunlight's gone. Sunlight's going to pop back out. Kind of curious to see what they do here, because they do have Fake Out ready to go. I could just hard swap into my Urshifu at this point. But that'd be a really risky play. Honestly, I probably should, right? And try to pop a Tailwind? Yeah, because if they're going to Fake Out anybody... Yeah, let's hard swap, just so we get Weather later. Yeah, no, that's a simple play for us. That's a simple play for us. Because either we get off Tailwind, or we get out, or we dodge a Fake Out. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to just pop Tailwind. I'm with it all day. I'm with it all day. And finally, we swap our Kyogre. We play that Weather really, really well. I'm really curious to see what they do here, because they got to go for a Fake Out, right? Hopefully they Fake Out the Kyogre slot. And they don't. They go for straight attacks. We get off the Tailwind. They could, honestly, put us in a struggling position here with this right here. Because this is probably going to KO us. It does. And you're going for knockoff here, aren't you? That could be a double KO. But at the same time, my Kyogre's going to outspeed here. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. I just can't really, like, miss an attack here. I just can't really miss an attack. So the reason I did that was, honestly, it was a safe play. I'm kind of just relying on accuracy here, right? I'm kind of just relying on accuracy, because now I have the speed. They don't have Fake Out. I have Weather. It all comes down to Origin Pulse. Pretty much, right? It all comes down to Origin Pulse. It all comes down to Origin Pulse. It all comes down to Origin Pulse. Let's do it. Let's send it. Rip it. Game over. Come on, Kyogre. Thanks for playing. This was such a good first match. This was such a good first match. It really was. It really was. Origin Pulse flies. Double connects. My plan works out perfectly. We actually don't pick up the KO onto Koraidon, which is kind of scary. Hold up. We don't pick up the KO on the Koraidon. He goes for Collision Course. You're burned, dude. You don't have Sunlight either. We should soak this. Yeah, okay. I got a little scared there. That was easy soaks. We could soak another one or two of those. We could soak another one or two of those. But now I can just spam Ice Beam. How many turns are left in Tailwind? You're either going to die out to burn or my Ice Beam. I think we have 2 turns left. Yeah, this is plenty. This is plenty. So Ice Beam's going to fly here. They probably just cancel. No, they're going to Terrasilize. Luckily, there's no Terror type that stops Ice Beam. I mean, Fire could come out here. It is Fire. It doesn't stop it, though. But it might buy him a turn. It might buy him a turn. Hold up. Ice Beam, just KO. Just KO. Alright, simple, awesome. That would have been crazy if he lived on 1 and they got like a crit with Collision Course. Definitely could have been scary, but hey. Amazing match in match number 1. GG's to our opponent. We start off 1-0. To be honest, guys, that was one of the best matchups I had on my channel in a long time. What a matchup, but it's just like back and forth, coming down to the wire. Sun, rain, just weather wars. That match had everything. Swap in, swap outs, fake outs, intimidates. You had it all. GG's to our opponent. Really, hopefully you do watch the videos and you'll comment or something so I can talk to you, because that was such a good match. But going up against Ice Rider Calyrex Zekrom team here in match number 2, which means I gotta bring my lovely little Amoonguss. Amoonguss can be a great Pokemon here. Same thing with Incineroar. I do like that. They have Torkoal. They're probably gonna bring that in for Weather War. I could honestly just lead Kyogre and try to just start ripping, and I think that's gonna be my play. I'm gonna lead the Kyogre, and I am gonna also lead the Incineroar. I just really like that. From here, we're going to definitely bring Amoonguss, and last but not least, we could go Urshifu. We could go Rillaboom. Rillaboom's not going to be bad, especially for terrain control and dealing some damage onto that Ursaluna, or I could just go in with my boy over here, Roaring Moon, which I don't really like that. I feel like it's either Urshifu or Rillaboom, and I'm kind of leaning towards Rillaboom, just because Fake Out's so good too at wasting out Zekrom turns. I like to have 2 users. But I like that Roaring Moon's name, Puka. Reminds me of my boy Puka Nakua on the Rams. Dude is nasty at football. What a wide receiver. That dude is filthy. I love watching him play, but too bad the Rams are out. Down to the Bills, Chiefs, and then Eagles, Commanders. Jaden Daniels is that dog. He is killing it. But honestly, I don't know who I'm rooting for. I do not know, because I don't really have a team. I would like to see the Bills and Josh Allen beat the Chiefs. And honestly, like, I'm like 10 minutes away from Philly. Even though I'm not an Eagles fan, I just don't have a team. Honestly, I think that the best matchup would be Eagles versus Birds. Or not Eagles versus Birds. Birds versus Bills. Eagles versus Bills. I think that would be a really good matchup. So I think I'd rather see that. But he's going to end up going into Crest and Ursaluna. We are just going to end up Calm Mind boosting. And then just faking out this Cresselia, because Cresselia is probably the Zekrom user. And then we kind of just go from there. So there's that. Cresselia is going to flinch. And I'm going to Calm Mind boost up. So we get off this lovely little Calm Mind. We are boosting our special defense and special attack. And he might just go for a ground move Double Edge. He's going to Double Edge, actually, and do a huge chunk of damage. Luckily, we're still going to be able to just rip this, what's it called, this Origin Pulse. And I'm ready to roll now. So he Double Edge, he takes some nice recoil damage. I could have just Origin Pulse and ripped up the damage, but we'll do it this turn. And I'll just go for a knockoff into this slot. Try to just double down. You could swap in Torkoal. I thought you were going to do that first turn, which is why I wanted to go into the Fake Out into Crest slot and then set up the Calm Mind. I just think that was our best play. I'm kind of curious to see what your final 2 Pokemon are. Maybe you don't have Torkoal. It's definitely Calyrex. Like, Calyrex is one of them. And that's like one of the good things about restricted formats is 99% of the time, one of their Pokemon is their restricted Pokemon. I feel like if you don't bring it, it's usually rough. Again, 99% of the time. There is that 1% of the time where it's okay not to bring it. Only certain situations, but let's see what they do here. They withdraw Crest. So Crest gets a withdrawal. Are you going to go into Torkoal? I feel like you have to be going into Torkoal here. I hope it's not Torkoal. It's not Torkoal. We love this. An Origin Pulse launches. Who's dodging it? Can you hit the Ursaluna? Of course we don't hit the Ursaluna. When I'm doing that, and he's going to Double Edge and KO my Kyogre. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. This was a really good play for us. Really good play for us. Ursaluna should be dead. So should Gallade. We should be sitting in a really good position. Just an outstanding position. But of course I'm missing my Origin Pulse. I'm missing my O-Pulse. Really hurts the soul. So there's that. I could bring out Amoonguss. Amoonguss isn't too shabby here. I don't really want to show my Amoonguss just yet. So I'm going to go into Rillaboom instead. And the reason I don't want to show my Amoonguss just yet is because I wouldn't mind if they pop Zekrom, because then I could just put Pokemon to sleep. But honestly, we kind of have this match in a bag if we just, what's it called? If we just land that Origin Pulse, would have been nice. So he knows I have Fake Out. He knows I might actually Fake Out the Calyrex. But instead, I'm just going to honestly just Woodhammer this bad boy down. And I'm just going to throw a Burn onto the Calyrex. I still have Terra Type, which I'll probably save him for my Rillaboom, but I'd rather wait a turn. He ends up withdrawing Ursaluna. He's going to go straight into Crest here. The Crest comes out here. I wonder if they protect the Calyrex. No, they're going to end up Terrasilize. I swear, if this is fire and you're dodging a Will-O-Wisp, I'll be super upset. Let's see what you got. It's gonna be poison. I don't mind. I'm trying to just burn this thing down. That's really where I'm at. That's really where I'm at. Just looking for a burn. The Wood Hammer's gonna fly. Let's see how much damage we can do. Really respectable damage. Wood Hammer does so much. And out comes the Will-O-Wisp, which connects, which is really big for us. But I think they pop Trick Room. I really do. If they do pop Trick Room, I think we just have to Terrestrialize our Rillaboom. And no, they go for Glacial Lance instead. I really want them to go for Trick Room. So I'm able to keep my Rillaboom alive on the field, which is really nice. We still got some speed going. And Burn's going to be chipping up just a little bit. Alright. That's good news. But I still have Terra. I could go Fire, but that's really not going to help us out too much. Rather just save it for probably one of you guys. You know, I really like your typing of Dark and Fire. I'll probably save it. I just don't think there's a point of Terrestrializing right now. We got some speed. I could just Wood Hammer and take out the Crest, which is definitely my play. Or I could U-turn Pivot out of here. Do we think U-turn can KO the Crest? Because I wouldn't mind U-turn pivoting into... You know, we're just gonna Wood Hammer this slot. And we'll go for knockoff in this slot. I like that. Lunar Blessing gonna pop out here. Oh man, that really hurts. That really hurts. So Crest is just outspeeding us. I would have went for knockoff in that slot. Wood Hammer honestly still might be able to KO. Just get rid of the burn, which is a little absurd for me. Something I don't like, and that might just win him the game. Wood Hammer's not gonna pick up the KO, which really sucks, and I'm gonna die out the recoil. Oh man. Lunar Blessing. This could get ugly. Knockoff's gonna launch here. We do get the takeoff item, but at the same time... Oh, yeah, Never Melt Ice. Are you going for Glacial Lance? You are. Okay, so... We're gonna be able to soak that. Amoonguss is now gonna pop out here onto the floor. He's just gonna go for another Lunar Blessing, so we pretty much have to tackle onto this Crest right here. We pretty much have to tackle this Crest. We pretty much have to tackle this Crest. I'm gonna Spore this bad boy and just get rid of the Crest here. Spore, get rid of the Crest. Because knockoff should be able to do it. Knockoff should be able to do it. This is a tough one. That Lunar Blessing really just put him in a good position. But dude, this match would have been over years ago if my Kyogre landed the Origin Pulse, man. Still upset at that. I'm still upset at that. But out comes our Terra type. We just can't afford to really just take a Glacial Lance with the Amoonguss. There is a chance that they do have high horsepower, which they're ready to launch. But I think Amoonguss is our play, trying to put this guy to sleep. So let's see if they go for another Lunar Blessing, most likely. Yep. And this is why I have my Incineroar trying to KO the Crest. I can't just have it sit on the field and constantly spam this move. It's just going to constantly heal this thing up. Knockoff launches. We take out the Crest. We're kind of hoping that they're going for Glacial Lance because at this point in the match, we can't afford to lose our Incineroar. We don't want to go for high horsepower, right? Goes for Body Press instead. We're able to soak. That's good news. Really good news. And Spore launches. So we're able to Spore up. We're able to rip a Spore. We are able to rip a Spore. That's big time news. Range gone. What do I do now? Rage Powder? I think I have the Rage Powder, correct? Might just be going for Double Edge. Ursaluna's gonna come out here. I think we Rage Powder and keep this Incineroar intact. And we just rip a knockoff, right? I could burn it. It doesn't seem like it's guts, right? I could burn it, but I think we play this one slow. Because we're getting back some HP. We know that Calyrex isn't gonna wake up this turn. This is his first turn to sleep, so he's slumped. We go for Rage Powder here. Double Edge just launched. Doing a lot of damage. You are going to take a nice chunk of recoil damage. Oh, and Rocky Helmet. Does this mean knockoff can KO? I think so. Let's go. And now we're gonna get back a little bit of HP. So at this point, oh, you were Choice Band. That's some damage there. Luckily, we went with a Rocky Helmet. We're gonna get back a little bit of HP. Hopefully he's still slumped here. We're going to hope for at least 2 turns of sleep. Because from here, I'm just going to Sludge Bomb. Just look to chip up some damage and just go for a knockoff here. Gonna hope that he's asleep. It'd be beautiful. And of course he wakes up. Is that game? Is that game? Can you guys soak? Why are you waking up? I hate this game. I hate this game. I just don't like it. 1 turn sleep? Really? 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 A 1 turn sleep? Really hurts the soul. Really hurts the soul. Now you're just chilling, they boosted. Now it's game set match. Man, dude. 2 turn sleep definitely would have helped us out. It definitely would have been really good for us. I don't know if we would have won this one just because of how bulky this Pokemon is, but we could have made things start to work. We could have made things start to work. I'm going to go for a Will-O-Wisp. That's really all I have left. I do connect it, but GG's to our opponent. GG's to our opponent. 1 turn sleep, missing Origin Pulse. Calyrex out here coming out on top, but hey, good matches. Match number 1 was phenomenal. Match number 2 was really good. We're able to soak this body press, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. It is not going to be enough. We don't have terrain to get back HP. Just getting real ugly. I could go for Parting Shot in hopes of soak, but no, it's just not worth it. It's just not it. We're going to go for knockoff here. Maybe we get a super mega ultra crit and it 1-taps him. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. If just we discovered a brand new crit that's like a 0.1111 chance of hitting. Would have been hilarious, but out comes the final body press. GG's to our opponent. We're sitting 1-1. So guys, we're hopping into our 3rd and final match. Would love to grab ourselves a 2-1 winning record here, going up against a Zacian team with Wellspring Ogerpon. Wellspring Ogerpon is a really good Pokemon, especially up against Kyogre. They're also rocking out with Brute Bonnet. They got Tornadus and Landorus, and then last but not least, they do have Gouging Fire. And honestly, something that bothers me is look at the sprite for Tornadus and Landorus. Why are they not the same size? They are legit the exact same Pokemon, pretty much. Why are they not the exact same size? Why is Landorus' sprite a little bit smaller? I don't like that. It's kind of bothering me. But back to the action here. They have no weather control, so I think just leading Kyogre is probably our play. They could definitely lead Ogerpon, which could be a slight issue, which is why I kind of just want to lead Incineroar. I think that's just a good play for us. They could end up leading Lando, which could be rough, but I am going to bring Urshifu, and last but not least, could go Roaring Moon. Could definitely go Roaring Moon. Tailwind could be a beautiful sight to see. Yeah, I'm going to bring Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon. So they have a few different leads that could really bother me. I think Tornadus and Landers could be a little tough. Maybe we could fake out and get the Calm Mind boost, which is nice for us. But at the same time, I mean, they can just Tailwind and then pop a, what is it called? A Sandsear Storm in the rain. Ooh, that looks ugly. That would be ugly. But let's see what they're going to do here. Let's see what you got. Tornadus going to pop out here alongside with Lando. And yeah, this is the exact lead I was just talking about. And I think from here, it's just a simple fake out of Lando and set up a Calm Mind. My Kyogre. I do like that. I do like that. That is exactly what I'm going to do here. You could maybe taunt, but I don't think you're going to taunt here. I think you're just going to set up that Tailwind. So I'll go for fake out. I will go for that Calm Mind, get that special defense boost, which is going to be super important for our Pokemon. Or for my Kyogre, at least. There's that. Sunny Day does launch. How dare you do that? Sunny Day. I do have Ice Beam. I do have Ice Beam, which is great news. And honestly, your Sandsear Storms aren't landing as much now. So there's that. I like that. Could go for a Tailwind. Ice Beam sounds beautiful right now. Let's just rip an Ice Beam. And swap it to the Roaring Moon and just save my guy. I could go into like a Terror type here. Ghost, but yeah, I'm gonna swap because I think he's gonna go for a Tailwind turn here. So if he's going for a Tailwind turn, then I could just soak up this shot and just get rid of this Lando, which would be nice, unless he's Terastallizing it. But he might think I'm swapping my Kyogre, which I'm not. I'm not swapping my Kyogre. I'm just gonna grab his Photosynthesis boost while I'm in the sunlight, and he's gonna just rip a Sandsear Storm, which double connects, which is kind of annoying. Not gonna sit here and lie, and he's gonna go for. What are you double connecting both of them for? What is this? What is this? What's going on here? What are you double connecting both of them for? Landers, get on out of my face. Get on out of here. What are you double connecting for? That's just like what? No accuracy. No, like dude, I miss Origin Pulses, and you can't miss one of those. Absurd. Kyogre soaks decently well with the Calm Mind though, which I like. Roaring Moon almost dies out, but it is boost your energy with speed right now, so I'm kind of hoping I can get off a Tailwind. I might just protect Kyogre and try to pull off a Tailwind. This Zacian's gonna come out here on the floor. I think I do protect it. And I look to just set up this Tailwind. I still have my Incineroar, which is great news. Protect the Kyogre. Just put that shield up. Can we get off this Tailwind with Warm Moon? We do. It's big time turns for us. So we get off this Tailwind before it dies out, because we know he's going for Bleak Wind Storm and trying to double down the Kyogre. Yep, it's in the Kyogre slot. Can he miss his Bleak Wind Storm into my Warm Moon? Can he miss one? We're gonna go for Icy Wind. Okay, that's a smart play. Icy Wind's a smart play. Icy Wind's still gonna take out my Warm Moon. So be it, that's fine. Incineroar is definitely coming out here for us. I could go for another Calm Mind boost if I want to. And fake out the Zacian, or I could just simply attack. We definitely want to Intimidate right here. I think we just attack this Tornadus. I think we just deal a little bit of damage into this bad boy. Into this puppy. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Ice Beam, and on top of that, let's just fake out. Could go for Will-O-Wisp, but fake out's probably the smarter call here. Yeah, you're probably gonna protect Zacian. Maybe withdraw. That's fine. I was gonna say you probably protect him, but it's just a smart play. We don't want to like do that and have that be a problem. So, and I'm just going for the fake out. Since it's gonna pop into Gouging Fire. Kyogre, I'm curious to see if you can KO here. Curious to see. They do end up popping that tail and getting that staggered turn, which is pretty good for them. And Kyogre should just be able to do a good chunk of damage here. A great chunk of damage here. Enough to KO. We love you, Kyogre. So, both battles, match number 2 and match number 3, our opponents just like brought out the sun and Kyogre's just chilling here. Just being like, hey, like, I don't need the rain. I'm just dealing damage with my Ice Beam. It's just dealing damage with its Ice Beam. Now, I could swap out and change weather. That could be really good for my Urshifu. But to be honest, I can't just swap into my Urshifu. It's just something I don't like. I'll probably just end up protecting Kyogre right now. And just going for a parting shot here. Into the Zacian. Because if I could pull this off, this could be nice. This could be really nice. So we're going to protect Kyogre again. If I can pull off this parting shot, I can eventually get out Urshifu and then hard swap Kyogre into Incineroar. But you're just going to go for a straight Fairy Terra type here. This means you're ripping a Play Rough into my Incineroar slot? Hopefully not. Hopefully it's going into my Kyogre slot. Play Rough into Kyogre? Yes! It's a good turn for us. This is a very good turn for us. Gouging Fire is going to go for a Dragon Claw. We're going to be able to soak this all day long. Wow, dude, the damage with Photosynthesis is absurd. But we're able to parting shot out. Dip your attack stat back to normal. I have the Chewy Scarf on my Urshifu. So honestly, I could just go into Surging Strikes and just rip up some damage. And this is a great call for us. That was a good turn for us. That was a great turn for us. And I'm able to go back into Urshifu. I just feel like we're playing so well today. Like we're playing so sound and we're like just like calm, cool, collected right now. I just feel like this is just a good match for us. So I end up getting back a little bit of HP. I could stay on the field and rip an Origin Pulse now, or I could just hard swap into Incineroar, which I think Incineroar is my play, right? Just keep the Intimidates on the field. From here, could just Terrasilize into Ghost, which I think I'm going to end up doing, just because I do not like a Play Rough to be able to KO me. And I think I'm just going to rip up damage into this Gouging Fire. Right? Do I attack this Gouging Fire? Yeah, let's attack the Gouging Fire. Just because I kind of already know what Zacian wants to do here. You know he wants to go for Play Up into my Urshifu. We already know that. Or they honestly might just double down into Incineroar. Because Incineroar was the Kyogre slot I just previously protected, so they're probably like, hey, he's not going to protect again. But I could also see them attacking this Urshifu. So that's why I want to go into the Terror type. Ghost Terror type out on the field. Surge Strikes going to launch to respectable damage. Nothing crazy, especially without the rain. We do need the rain. Somebody's got to be attacking Kyogre, right? There's no way they're doubling down into this slot right here. There's the Play Rough into Urshifu. No, yes, into Urshifu, and this is why we want to Terrasilize. Nice little Terror on our end, and he's going to Dragon Claw into Incineroar. He's going to be able to soak that up. Awesome. Tailwind's gone. They have 1 turn left in Tailwind. Faking out this Zacian, probably going to be replay. Actually, Gouging Fire is kind of posing a little bit of a threat. But you know, we're just going to fake out, waste out their Tailwind turns, and certain strikes might just be able to do enough damage here. Okay, with the Gouging Fire. There's fake out. Bop, right into the Zacian. Zacian's flinching. We are true scarfed, and we are not outspeeding, so they're going to take out Incineroar, but that's game, set, match pretty much. That's game, set, match. I'm able to bring back out the rain. I think this should be able to KO the Gouging Fire. Let's see. Yeah, Gouging Fire is going to be dead. And turns to a 2v1 with a Zacian who's -1 on attack. -1 on attack. I like it. Intimidate's working well. Parting Shot's working well. That turn really won us the game when I went for Parting Shot into this Zacian. I even said, I was just like, if I can get off this Parting Shot here, we're going to be sitting in a beautiful position. That's exactly what we did. We got out the Parting Shot. We were able to swap out Kyogre to get another Intimidate. And now we're swapping back in Kyogre to reset the rain and win this game. Amazing. Beautiful. Lovely. Plus, we Calm Mind boosted early on in this match, which helped us out with Landorus and Tornadus. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. But from here, probably just simple play is just to play it safe with Ice Beam and just go for a certain strikes. But I think they cancel the match. They don't. They just let certain strikes do a absurd amount of damage, which might just KO straight up. Let's see. It's not. Ice Beam's going to have to finish this one off, but the only way they win this one is if they crit and then, like, I don't even know. We outspeed them with Urshifu. They would need to crit this Urshifu, KO the Urshifu first, and then crit my Kyogre. No, we're fine. It's fine. Thanks for playing. Ice Beam launches. Game, set, match, 2-1 winning record. I feel like all 3 of these matches were really good. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, a 2-1 winning record onto the channel. Love this team so much. War Moon was phenomenal. I feel like all 3 matches today were great. We kind of paired up War Moon with Kyogre, and Kyogre kind of just like sat in the sun today and worked out really, really well. I feel like we had 3 great battles, so hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, make sure you leave a like on it, and if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. It really does go a long way and helps me grow as a content creator. Seriously, you guys rock out. Make sure you guys spread some positivity today, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.